Hello, and welcome back to Episode 3, Campaign 1, Swords of Fortune. Now, on our last episode, just to recap for you all made your way through the Snowtop Pass, encountering various traps, defining your boundaries, possibly forging friendships, but more likely rivalries in reality. You stormed the bandit fortress, and you took Quade Vander hostage. And that is where we will pick up today.
Alright then.
Is he awake or asleep?
He is awake.
We woke him up. Okay, cool beans. Alright. Wizard friend, you know your little tricks that you can do, which is super nice, but just so everybody's aware is what I'm specifically talking about. You know what I'm talking about, so you can say it so they know what we're talking about, but he doesn't know what we're talking about.
Have we had a long rest since last session?
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously, I get the guy who's awake with his poor broken nose, and I give him one of those Three Stooges grips right on the bridge, right there.
So I real quick, I move Cindric's arm, and I kind of take him to the side, and I say, "Let's do good cop, bad cop. I'll be the good cop."
You know what? Why not? As I said, I grab him by the bridge of the nose, and I pull him up to me, and I'm like, "Where is he?"
And who? I say, "Let him go." I pop his nose back in. I swear I'm not going to bump you with my sword again. We are not going to hurt you.
Whenever he lets him go and you pop his nose back in, there's an outpour of blood. He's kind of like, ugh, what is this?
It's called blood. We all have it inside of our bodies.
Why are you here?
Where is he?
Who?
You know who.
Who is he? What are we even talking about anymore? Dwarf!
I pull the bounty out and show it to him.
Gerald Broadby or Marcella Darkflame.
He reads through the bounty, and you see the fear kind of take his face, and he's like, no.
I rolled a 6 on my intrusive glare, so I want to see his intention why he's not want to tell us.
Because he is terrified of Selwyn Darkflame.
I use my fearsome self and I grab him.
I want to see if he tells us that first. Him.
Do you tell us?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to ask him.
Okay. Well,
why? Why are you scared?
You're messing with things you just don't even comprehend right now.
You should be afraid of me as I grab him and look at him deep in the eyes.
Did you not see my glorious dragon?
Swear to me.
That's fair. It killed all of you.
You are never safe from this man. Anytime that your mind is at rest, you are not safe from this man.
Well, at the moment, you're not safe from us, so I really feel like you need to understand the situation that's happening right now. Like, I know my friends are being pretty calm right now, but I'm going to need some information. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get it.
I would rather die and just have it over than live
death.
every night feeling Selwyn Darkflame's fury.
Death would be pretty nice. I don't think that's what you're going to get from us, though.
All right, chop his toes off.
I'll chew them off with my teeth.
I'll smash him. Yeah, break his ankles, Hammer.
Bring him over.
He says, do what you have to do.
Maybe he would,
Ballsy.
maybe he would feel more, able to tell us without his nads.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, you may live your life and you may not have fear, but you'll never feel the pleasure of another woman.
He might have a tattoo.
Oh, yeah, strip him. Strip him.
Yep.
So, I'll rip his clothes off.
What are you doing? Your plan is to undress me?
Oh, I grab his nads in my hands. Dong and all.
No!
Slowly drawing my dagger out and putting it at the base.
Whoa!
Like,
Whoa!
you know how, like, you want to be alive and not be afraid of this guy? Well, you're never going to have the love of another woman, so there's that. Or you could just tell us and you might be able to experience that again.
Give me an intimidation check.
Don't mind if I diddly do.
At advantage.
Okay, so 14 with intimidation, plus 4, 18. Whatever you want to take that advantage as, I guess. Nat 20. So.
Yeah, so he begins sweating and He's like, you're taking this farther than I ever thought you would. Like,
Obviously, I wasn't joking.
It took 2 minutes and he scratched.
yeah.
I've got another man's junk in my hands. Obviously, I'm willing to take this pretty far. So,
I can't tell you where Selwyn is. But I will tell you where Jarrell Broadbeam is.
Well, you got about 5 seconds to tell me.
Okay.
You do your thing. Make sure you ain't
The
lying.
Broadbeam clan owns a reasonably large homestead in Wildgrad. He's returned there to take his father's seat as the regional wild thing.
Cool. So we know exactly where he's at now and everything, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I cut his nuts off.
Are you? Hold on.
Hold on, my dear friend.
I go for the, but then my friend grabs me.
How
Obviously.
confident are you that you will stop Selwyn?
Oh. Take a look at my dwarf friend here. Look at that shining glimmer of confidence. I'm not worried at all.
If you want to give him a little.
We're gonna find him.
Like, you're dealing with me. If I release him, it's going to be a lot worse.
Okay, and so he says, take this. You'll need all three if you're going to stop him. And he pulls a ring off his finger and hands it to you.
I examine it.
It appears as just a plain ring with a circular foundation. However, there is no like emblem.
Oh, like a plain
Yeah.
signet ring?
Yeah.
Wizard!
I was gonna say,
I hand the wizard the ring.
16.
Nothing magical.
Okay. Nothing magical.
Hands it back to me.
Is this guy friend or foe? I mean, that's kind of unclear to me.
Can I do?
put it
Can I
on.
do it? So you said there's a circle on it.
Yeah.
Is there like an emblem or insignia or anything
There's
like that?
nothing.
So there's probably no significant history behind that. Then, what color is the ring? Said blue.
No, it's just like a steel color.
I take it and put it on.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
So we're not dead. That's good.
Is he friend or foe? Like to the guy we're hunting.
Give me a perception.
21.
You can tell that his motive initially was to protect Selwyn for presumably a past friendship, but he has come to realize probably the same thing that whoever put this contract out has come to realize, and that is that Selwyn has become too immersed into whatever it is that he's involved in, and that if he's not stopped, it's just going to be bad for everybody.
So, like, he follows more out of fear.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I assume you tell me that.
Okay, told you.
Okay, cool beans. Like, well, if you truly know what your friend is capable of, and if you were so afraid of him, then all I can say is you better hope that we succeed, because if not, you're going to have some trouble coming your way, obviously. So I release his nads from my hand, and I look at my fellow dominant, and I'm like, what should we do? Should we let him go? Like, do you think he's going to, like, come back to bite us in the ass?
He is naked and afraid.
I mean,
He kind of starts putting his clothes back on before making his way to kind of a hut art that was his, and he comes back out with 4 vials, and he says, "This is all I had to spare, but I think you'll need it more than I will." And he gives you the vials of this liquid.
vial of liquid. Wizard.
Well, how about we just ask him?
Well,
He is offering it to us.
that's true. You're right. Go ahead.
What is this liquid?
It'll keep you awake, and I think that in the near future it'd be better that you don't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I like my nap time.
So it's a dream catcher potion. Interesting. But I too am a man of dreams. With my
Dreams can be dangerous.
dreams
Says.
can.
I once to dream of being a dancer, but then my family was
To-
killed.
To salvage a degree of his pride, he says, "Y'all are free to go," and he's just kind of saddened by the.
We're free to go. Okay, hold on.
What's he gonna do? Stop us from going?
Okay, cool. So I would actually like for you to knock him back out if you could.
You
Before you
roll for
knock
that?
him out, do you got any ale?
No, and he points, and there's like a fire just consuming the whole area.
Just have to.
Do I need to roll to knock him out?
Yeah,
12.
yeah. So you hit him with the sword. He's like, "Oh, again?"
I hit him again to knock him out?
No. Yeah, you'll have to. With behind him.
Is his nose pretty broken?
Keep hitting him until he dies or gets knocked out.
22.
Yeah, and then and before he could even be like, "Why did you do that?" He's just bonked again and collapses to the ground.
At this moment, I put my fingers on his temples and cast Nightmare Fuel. With direct contact with the temples of a sleeping humanoid, you can manipulate their dreams. Once casted, you can attempt many things in a dream, including information extraction. What I would like to do...
Probably should have just done that when he's knocked out the first place.
Well, yes.
I didn't think about that.
But I would have had to, it was just easier.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I didn't have to do that. So what I would like to do is with his dreams, it's information extraction per se.
Kind of like Inception.
It says I can attempt many things in the dream. So what I'm going to attempt to do is, change his perception of what just happened as all like a weird dream that he had. Like everything that he just witnessed and us and everything. So him not even knowing that he gave us that information and everything. And when he wakes up, he'll just be like, I stumbled in this, I fell over, got knocked out, and now I'm awake in this cave.
Give me a intelligence saving throw.
Kind of like his whole life is a lie, or just this last little bit? He's just so
he came into the cave, he put his clothes back on. He tripped, fell, broke his nose, and now he's woken back up. Because all the bodies are ash and stuff, so
What was your save?
I got an 11 with intelligence is +2, so 13.
So you enter into his dream on the dream plane. You see the back of a man with a staff who says, "You shouldn't be here."
No.
He slams the staff on the ground, and you are just sent right back out of the dream.
Gentlemen, we have a big issue. We got Mr. What's his name? Freddy Krueger over on our hands right now. He's all scarred up and in dreams and shit, so.
Did you get a good look at him?
Did I get a good look at
You
him?
just saw the back of him.
He's got a staff. I seen the back of him. He's got a dumpy, so. Keep that.
What's
What are the dimensions on the jump?
8 inch of shelf life, alright?
What did the staff look like?
The staff was kind of twisted and crooked, and when it came up, it went like a dragon's body with wings coming out, and the head of the dragon bent over.
So I described that to you.
I can do a history check, see if I recognize what that means. Oh, that's 20.
Yeah, funneling deep back into your memories as a student under Gallon Drill, you remember of him before he was kind of such a big deal. He was just a minor department head in the school, really, and he commissioned one of the associate teachers, kind of associate professor type deal there, to go on an expedition into the dream plane, but nothing was ever heard of it, and the whole mission was to retrieve what was presumably the Staff of Nightmares.
Staff.
I relay all that.
Yeah, Staff of Nightmares, you say. That explains the Dreamcatcher liquid that what's his face gave to us. So,
I do fear we may have a tougher opponent than we realized.
well, as long as we, don't. Well, he did say if we keep our minds free, we'd be like more in danger. So maybe if we keep our minds tasked with a concept, we'll be less susceptible to his dream catching stuff. You know what I mean? Because if we're just blank mind and running through shit, like some people do, we'd be more likely to be susceptible to his little nightmare staff.
If you're dead, you can't dream. Solution? I think so.
We're not killing ourselves.
Fair point.
We're not killing ourselves to beat this guy. That's not how that works.
So,
Let's go find this next person and see what we can figure out about him.
one more time, what's the name of the place we're going to?
He didn't give you a name. He just
The place. He says there's.
Wildgrad.
Wildgrad.
As a whole.
Oh, and it's gonna be the next bear thing of an area. Is that all we have? We just have like a random any place in.
Yeah, you said something.
It would be the Broadbeam Holdfast
Broadbeam.
in Wildgrad.
Okay.
So we need to head toward Wildgrad.
And none of us are lowmen, so none of us know.
Anybody loot that guy before we were gonna leave?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, we looted him when we first knocked him out.
Okay.
So we just need to find I guess we could probably go to literally any
Let's go get a map.
bear thing. Well, we could go to any bear thing and just be like, hey, where's this at? So we just have to go to Wildgrad.
So let's head
The
toward.
country of Wildgrad, where the Loman are.
Well, let's head toward Wildgrad then, I guess.
To Wildgrad.
To the first town on Wildgrad. Maybe we should just get a map so we like.
Okay, yeah, is that the
Well,
name of the place? Can we roll for history on that one?
Well,
Would
if
that
we
be
get
the
a
name of the
map,
place?
somebody can show us exactly where it.
Oh,
Like,
I
it may
see
not be
what- I
on
see
the
what you're
map,
saying.
but
Yeah,
they could be
yeah,
like, oh, it's down this river up here, and boom, right there it is.
Okay,
Like it's
yeah.
not on the map, but that's where it is.
And if you take the road, you would pass through Forktown, presumably. You might go back there. I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Because
I was gonna suggest going back to Forktown, see if because it's like a fort. Literally,
Well,
everyone travels through there, so maybe they have a map.
we could
for-
just try to get a map of Wildgrad. Is that what you
Yeah.
call it?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we can just go back there. We'll go to the shopkeep and see if we can find a map
I
of
think we should
Wildgrad.
go.
I agree. So
Sounds like a plan.
dwarfs on board.
Yeah, so again,
So we're not killing
Nope,
ourselves.
nope, not doing that. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I've changed my mind.
well, that'd make my job real easy.
Well, I pulled the crossbow out and put it in my mouth, and I missed.
So you travel the fortnight that it would take to get back to Forktown, arriving at early dawn, obviously a fortnight later, and the streets are already starting to be occupied by the denizens of the town, and also like the traders and just various people going about their business. Shopkeepers and vendor stall owners are just setting up shop everywhere.
Wizard.
Can I see a Loman?
I think we should get a map
You can
first.
see probably, I would presume, 50 plus Logan out here.
Okay, can I just go to the nearest one?
Yeah.
I just want to ask him if he knows a
About
location. Yeah, I mean, might as well.
I mean,
yeah.
I really feel like we need a map so they can show us exactly where it is on the map. Because if he just tells us where it's at, we know. But yeah, go ahead.
Is there like a town hall or something that we could go to that might have a map?
We probably wouldn't have a map of that place, but we could probably go to like a cartographer. or
Hey,
whatever
Wizard,
they're
you
called.
want to go check out the shopkeep and see if they have a map? Dwarf, you can go get drunk.
Sounds good.
I know you've been missing it.
I go look around for a shop of some sort
I'm with him.
with to go
Okay,
look for
and
it.
you're talking to a Loman.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to walk up to one. What do they look like?
This one seems that he's more the traditional, he's not really moved. He looks like he had probably traveled from Wildgrad to this town to trade furs. And you can tell that based on the fact that he has like a string of what look like fine pelts on his back. And he's covered in furs, where the more cosmopolitan Loman now dress more in the Arthurian fashion.
Okay. Yeah, I just introduced myself. I'm Eldon. I kill Dawnmen. Do you understand me?
Are you calling me stupid?
Well, you said it, I didn't. But anyways, let's get past that. Do you know where... Oh, shoot. Where's Sindrick when you need him? You come with me!
I'm not going
I'm just
anywhere
gonna
with you.
hug him. Just gonna
Oh,
give him
really?
a big old hug and just walk off to try to find them.
Okay, he's gonna try and push back.
Okay.
Hell.
14.
Hey, yep. So yeah, he tries to fight back, but he's already got him. Eldon's already got him in a firm breast. He's like, "Would you let go of my backside?"
You are enveloped in my love. And I'd like to go travel to find them.
Okay. All the while he's kind of fighting you, and you're making slow progress. People are looking in the streets. He's like, "Are you just gonna stand there?"
It's just love, I swear.
Oh, you got 25 silver. Yeah, you can get drunk.
Okay. So, what shop do you all travel to?
Some kind of like shop, just normal general goods store.
I assume that
Or
there's like a
cartographer,
street of like
something.
vendors and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a
Around
street
there.
of vendors.
There's like a cartographer, and specifically that one
Around
or-
the town
or like a
square, there are
general-
just a bunch of tent vendors. Just probably have to walk around.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
we
what
just
I'm
walk around looking for a map, asking different vendors if they have a map of
right. Map of
Yeah,
maps.
so let's say you travel to a few stands and you don't waste your time. If you walk to a stand and it looks like it sells meats, you don't go to that one because he's selling meats, and you don't go to really the fur traders either. But very soon you come upon a vendor selling antiques.
Fine antiquities.
I bust out my 7 rubies and I'm like, my good man, I would like if you would be so kind to estimate how much these are worth for me, and if you would be interested in them.
He flips out a little jewel inspector, and
Jeweler's loop. You're welcome.
grabs a one of your rubies and he's like, oh, well, these are mighty damaged. As he's looking through it, and he's like, tell you what, I'll give you 5 silver apiece for them.
5 silver pieces.
Yeah.
I agree with that. 5 silver pieces is mighty fine in my opinion. So that's 35, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I have 40 silver now. And while we're on the subject of trading in monies, I was wondering if you had a map for me.
What kind of map can I do you for?
A map of everything in what's the name of the place? Wildgrad. Let me write that down real quick. Wildgrad. Okay. A map of Wildgrad, my good man.
I might have something to suit your fancy. And he goes back in there and he grabs just a stack of documents. He said, he sits it down and he goes, if you can find one in there, it's yours for 2 silver.
It's a terrible deal.
Yeah, so I looked through it looking for a map of Wildgrad.
Yep. Give me investigation.
16 plus 2, 18.
Yeah, so you seem to find one. It's very old, and some of the paths that are written on it might not be the paths now, but there is definitely the broad beam hold fast on it.
Oh, cool beans.
So-
Well, 2 silver.
Yep.
I mean, that's a deal. That's a done deal, my friend. Let me tell you that. I wish I'd stopped writing on that.
How's that ale going?
Oh, at the tavern, I'm getting real drunk and looking for some rumors.
They just got your ears out listening?
Nope.
That's what I'm talking about.
Have you heard about that barkeeper?
Heard she's a real slut.
You slut shaming?
Yeah.
He hears from one of the nearby
King shaming
tables.
is my kink, so.
Have you heard about the tavern owner and the mayor's wife? And the other one's like, no, please tell me. That's what. And as they go
He
on,
walks over.
until they start to feel the heavy gaze of a drunken dwarf on them. You kind of start to notice that the man beside them is kind of got his mug and he's listening. Can we help you?
Oh, just overheard you talking about an affair. No, I'm real interested in drama.
To drama.
I'd love to hear if you'd care to spare some details.
Oh, absolutely, but drama is worth drama. So you first.
You like an old dwarven secret, would you?
Skinned a goblin recently.
Old dwarven secret.
The braids go all the way down.
What kind of secret of the dwarven people would you like to know?
Well, we don't know anything. So anything would be good.
Not sure if I should spare any secrets with someone like you.
Then I'm not sure I should spare my drama with someone like you.
Perhaps if I buy you around, you'll change your mind.
That could be doable.
And that's your dwarven drama. We're all alcoholics.
Agreed.
And he turns back to his companion before coming back to you. Remember to tell the tale of how all the dwarves are drunks later. He goes back to
Let it be known.
He goes back to the table and he just kind of explains the whole story about the tavern keeper sneaking out and going to the church that's in town and supposedly sleeping with the mayor's wife and the horse pens out back. But it all sounds kind of half-cocked and not true.
Well, I appreciate you telling me the tale, but I've got to go catch up with my lads.
What's
What's your name?
Renaki.
Renaki. So Renaki, I have this map. If you don't mind, just to look around a little bit and see if you can find a more up-to-date map. We can compare them with this. Like if that map doesn't have where we need on it.
5!
I meant just okay. Anyways,
He's gonna have to do an investigation check to look for it.
well, I meant just go to different shops, but yeah. So I guess we're not gonna find it. Let's go back and find these people and see if we can figure out if this map is up to date enough that we could use these paths or not.
So I'm walking through the tent vendors and screaming, Cedric! Elf! What Cedric!
Put me down! Help!
Let's go, wizard. We walk up to this other dominant holding this long.
Cedric, I found a new friend. What's your name?
I'm not your friend.
What's your name?
Toby.
Don't worry about it.
Eldon. Set the man down. Set the little man down.
I place him down.
And I free him from what was he just holding him or did you tie
he
him up?
just holding him.
Okay, and I'm like, hey man. I'm like, pull out a couple silver from my pocket, 2 silver. And I like slide them over to him.
Oh, that's...
Don't be cheap, Cedric. Give him more silver. You have plenty.
I'm thinking we can be friends now.
Listen, I have this map that I need you to look at, and I need you to tell me if these roads are still passable or if they're even still there, and if this place, what was it?
Broadbeam Homefest.
Broadbeam, if that's still there or not. And I show him the map.
Yeah, I think what you're looking for is, it's still there.
Are the roads still good that it shows going to it?
Things are slow to change in Wildcrad.
Okay, cool. I want your fanciest fur. How much is that?
He pulls off a silver fox fur, and it looks very silken in the way that the fur is still on the hide itself. And he says, "Do you think you can afford it?"
How much is it?
10 gold.
10 gold.
It's been a hard winter.
He's swindling us.
How about I trade you a knuckle sandwich for it?
I offer him 1 gold piece.
Deal.
I guess I'll get a roll for that
Yeah.
to persuade him. No,
I'm gonna roll a counter persuasion.
that's fine. Go ahead. What you guys
Hard
do?
winter.
18. If it's been such a hard winter, you should take this valuable gold that I'm offering for it.
Well, I can't really argue with your logic. And he
Interesting.
takes the pelt and he takes the...
He takes the pelt.
Oh, sorry, he hands you the pelt and he takes the gold.
Well,
He's trying to.
I want my
steal
pelt
it.
handed to me.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. I would like my pelt that I just paid for.
He sold you a silver fox pelt. But what he gives you is this instead.
Still worth the 1 gold that I paid for it. I tied onto my goblin skulls on my back.
Good choice.
Very good.
Yes.
Very nice.
So what is the party to do now?
All right,
I need something to smoke before we leave this town.
gents, listen.
I need a pipe.
Well, here's some marijuana we found around the corner.
Okay, so let's make a quick trek back to the tent city to pick up supplies that we might need or anything we need for the journey, and then we head out to Wildgrad to get to this place. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yes. Do I still have those 5 poisoned daggers? Knives, I mean throwing knives from the guy?
Yes.
For that we looted? Okay.
What's your dexterity?
+2. Not great.
Mine's +4.
Oh, you want me to give them to you?
Well, I was thinking maybe we could trade.
Well, then
I look at you,
ask
Don.
me.
Yeah, I look at my fellow Dom and Eldon. I'm like, so I noticed that you got some poison throwing daggers there. I'm just wondering if you'd partake with them.
All you must do is ask, and you shall receive.
May I have
Hand
them?
them all.
Elden claws.
First bit of merch.
So I get the daggers.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps, yeah.
So what kind of supplies is the party looking for?
We have rope.
Well, we're broke.
Does anybody have any torches? We always need torches.
I
I've
would
got
like to buy
the
one.
flaming sword torch, like a
mean, I have-
cast.
I'd like to buy a torch and possibly a potion or 2, depending on how much they cost.
Oh, you want to buy potions?
Fair enough. Let's go get some health potions.
Need some potions.
Is there
Oh my
a
gosh,
like?
the chicken
Is there
thighs.
any like sorcerer like academies or?
Yeah, so there is actually the Forktown branch of the Arthurian Sorcerer Institute, which is...
I'll go there.
Okay, yeah. So you travel there. Like, you go to the Potion Master's Brew.
Sweet.
I go with him.
I'll go with the elf.
Oh boy.
You've been through this rodeo before.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay. And so we'll start with you, Blake. So you come in, and whenever you get into the Potion Master's brew, you get in there and there's kind of incense burning everywhere, and just shelves upon shelves of potions. And while you might think organized,
skunks in here.
it's actually very cluttered. It's kind of a weird mix. You can tell there's some level of organization, but to you it looks cluttered. And there is no one behind the counter.
Is there I'm just gonna go up to the counter and beat on it, try to get their attention.
So you be on the counter, and out of a curtain in the back comes a man whose parts of his mustache are just on fire, and one of them's over here, and it's just smoking, and crazy hair, and he's
Oh
like,
my gosh.
"What are you doing?
Oh, hello there.
Are you gonna pay for this counter?
No, but I'd like to pay for a potion.
Oh, would you?
Yep. What kind you got?
I've got help. Well, I got anything that can suit your needs, your meager little needs."
Well, I'm kind of looking for something that can make me disappear.
Disappear?
Yep.
There's various forms of disappear.
'Cause I'm not
Death
too
potion.
stealthy.
Invisibility.
Stealthy.
Yep.
Are we looking for a polymorph?
I'm looking for an invisibility potion if you have any.
Invisibility?
Well,
Well, that's doable. One moment. And he goes to the back, and he starts just... You hear like the potions rattling around and stuff, and he brings you back a small vial of this invisibility potion, and he hands it to you. And he says, "That'll be 100 silver."
100 silver? What do I look like?
Are my prices not fair?
I can't afford that.
Then give it back.
There you go.
He said,
So,
"Is there anything else I can help you with, or are you just loitering?"
I think I'm, you got anything on a little bit on the cheaper end? Something about for maybe 10 silver.
Question: how much like silver is worth like the equivalent of 1 gold? Is it 100?
It's a
a
2-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
is that the current rate?
10 silver? I wouldn't sell you my bathwater for 10 silver.
I step out from behind my short friend here and I grab this storekeeper and I lift him up.
You want to be the one to do this?
Yes, I do.
Unhand me! And then from his robe comes an open vial that he splashes on you, and I need you to roll me a Constitution save.
18
Thank the Lord.
plus 2, so 20.
So you are able to save from this particular potion.
So I take my unicorn cloak that I currently have on, as I always do, and I just kind of shoot that away.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Does anything happen in my unicorn cloak?
Yes.
What?
Whenever the potion hits your unicorn cloak, it goes from being a cloak and it becomes a chicken. And it's just going out.
Okay, so obviously this dude, I'm like, you got about 10 seconds to turn my cloak back to a cloak.
You would mess with the awesome power!
And I just take my other hand, I just kind of like knock him on the forehead.
And he comes out with another bottle and goes to splash it on you.
Oh my goodness, why didn't I get rid of this dude?
Oh
Okay,
no!
so 6.
And now, Jacob, you are taken with your cloak. And he just kind of falls behind the counter and he's quick with another vial. He's like, "Would you like one too?"
Yeah, how would I do? I'll take me chances.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Is the chicken at the fork, or is that where that's coming from?
No.
Is that the supplier? Is this guy?
As a chicken, I go to scratch his eyes out. Can I do that? Can I flog him?
Well, you act like a normal chicken.
Chickens flog.
But hold on. Let's deal with Blake first. So he splashes you with a Constitution save.
Come on,
Take me
Blake.
chances.
Come on, Blake.
Oh.
What do you get?
What's going on? 4.
4.
Oh gosh. So now you're both chickens in this person's shop.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Before we go any further, we're gonna transition to the two in the Sorcery Institute.
Alright, so I go in, I'm looking for someone, if they're at the front desk, or if there's someone
Yeah, so as soon as you come in,
We come in.
yeah, as soon as both of you go into the Sorcery Institute, I'd imagine that at this point you're displaying your like emblem of like your status of being a student. You're quickly helped by a person at the desk asking,
The one
can I help you?
Yes, and I bow and say, "Hi, I'm Renaki," and I shake his hand, or her, his,
It's
him,
him.
his hand.
They them.
Coldman.
Sim.
Was it Coblin? Coblin, nice to meet you.
Cole.
I am I'm a wizard of the
Obviously.
of the flame. Sorry,
Who's everybody in this town got an
I-
attitude? That's my question.
have a hard time talking to people sometimes.
No. Take your time.
I'm looking to further my knowledge in the flame. If there's any way you could help me.
What is it that you seek?
Well, I would like to learn how to use a fireball. I could do fire walls, fire dragons, but
Well, Elf, you can want in one hand and poo in the other. See which one fills up faster.
why would I do that?
Before you learn the fireball,
There's nothing.
A test.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a spell. It is not easy. It will take you a month.
Girl chicken.
Okay.
Do what chickens do.
It is called Continuous Ember.
Continue what?
Continuous Ember.
Whoa.
And he hands you the tome. Inspecting the tome, you just quickly get a feel of what the spell is, and the spell allows you to cast a small flame in your hand at first that grows each round. Each round the flame will grow until the fourth round. You have to expend it by the fourth round. You're gonna want to write this.
Whopperjack. Please, sir, hit me with the Whopperjack. Hit me with the Whopperjack. Please, sir, the awesome power of the Whopperjack.
Dealing, you'll make a ranged spell attack and it'll deal 1d4 fire damage for every round you're able to hold it in your hand. The caveat is it requires concentration on the flame. Your concentration cannot be broken from that flame.
Can I like after I'm kind of reading through it? In my nature, I'm feeling super confident. I want to try to do it.
Yeah.
I asked him first, like, can I try it real fast?
Yes, one moment. Claps his hands, and both of you find yourself in one of the training rooms.
Oh, cool. So I like to try to use continuous.
What the flip just happened?
It's called magic.
Are we in the same room?
Yes.
Okay.
I figured you'd want to watch.
Well, Flip, give me a flame.
He casts a little cantrip flame, a harmless flame, and he puts it in your hand and just concentrates on it being on you.
It's exfoliating.
What would you like to do to try to?
Just attempt to. My bad. And he snaps, and there's a dummy there in the training room.
Yes.
There.
So I'm reading the tome and I'm trying to translate it, and so I'm like, Hooja!
Hobaba.
Hubaba! And I throw out a flame. Or I try to.
Yeah,
conjure
so
it.
instead of a ranged spell attack, I just want you to give me a performance check.
Okay. 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so your flame flies from your hand, and it's kind of uncontrolled. It flies everywhere, and it's
like
it's not as straight as it would be something you've practiced a lot, but it does hit its target. And he's like, that is impressive.
Thank you.
Most impressive.
I bow to him again. I hate to ask so much, but I want to learn as much as I can. That's the whole reason I left. Is there anything unique that you can offer me that I cannot get anywhere else?
We will speak when you return.
Okay.
Is that all?
Is there anything that I might be able to teach you? And I kind of share in that kind of timeline, like all my cantrips and spells that I know, and see if there's anything that might be worth sharing my knowledge with.
And I'm sure they'd love to get the gallon drills.
Yeah, he points
Yeah.
to. He points
I don't share that one. That one's secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do your fourth spell down.
Yeah, that's just conjuring. Or the way you talk about actual spells. Yeah. This one's my favorite. So I turn to Ember and I'm like, may I use a harmless spell on you? All right, and
My name is Eldon.
Oh,
But yes,
sorry.
you may.
I study that book so much. I'm sorry. And I cast a dancing laughter on him.
Oh shoot.
He has to. Only
I don't think you have to. Roll.
so only
You're
out
not
yeah
trying to
only out of the initiative he does a check every 5 minutes.
Okay, so
So you're
Much
just
like that.
you're dancing and laughing and that's it.
ha. You've turned him into an automaton. You must teach me this.
So I pull out the tome and I try to teach it to him.
May I?
Sure.
And with a similar motion, he does the same, except it fizzles out. Ha!
Good job.
And to which he takes a quick inscription and tells you, "Thank you. Mind altering has never been a talent of mine." And he hands it back to you.
What, I want to read what he wrote.
Oh no, he wrote the inscription you shared with him. He copied it into his own thing to
Gotcha.
study.
About him one more time and I ask him if we can return out of the store.
Do not return to the street. I think there are others in need of your assistance. And he snaps, and there you all are in the potion shop.
With a couple chickens.
Yeah, with 2 chickens.
Are
you friends of these chickens?
I don't know any chickens.
I love your shop. It makes so much sense.
Thank you. Here's this. And he hands Eldon a vial of the invisibility potion in which you tried to buy.
My fancy bearded friend, what is this?
It makes you unseen.
All right.
You'll be invisible for the next 8 hours and until you take an attack.
That's fair.
See? Gone.
Hi, I'm Renaki. I gotta shake his hand.
Flitwick.
I'm sorry, Wetwick?
Fiddlewick.
Fiddlestick?
Phineas Wickius.
Ah! Yes. Why do you have chickens in here?
I don't like to call them chickens. I call them disturbed customers.
There are 3
I
chickens.
kind of kick it.
Yeah, there's
I kind
the
of-
cloak, and then them two.
I start to kind of think like maybe when he said your friends, someone else needs you, and he said disturbed customers.
Oh yeah,
I
can
kinda
we
kick
roll
it.
for that? Can we?
Yeah.
I kind of kick one of the chickens lightly to see if like physical touch or something breaks the spell.
Are we using perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Okay,
15.
23.
Yeah. So on one of the chickens, you can just see trailing behind it. It's just got this overly large, like
String of goblin skulls.
string of goblins. Taking them around the shop, and it's just pecking at the ground.
So did the kick on the chicken do anything?
No, he just went as you kicked it.
Renaki, can you see me? Am I invisible?
Yes, quite.
Let's take these chickens and eat them.
No, they're our friends.
I know.
Be hilarious. I turn to Flitwick and I ask him, "Can you please fix them?"
I could.
I'll give you a hug from an invisible man if you will do it.
I've never had a hug from an invisible man.
I think he said tug.
A hug?
No, hug. I want you to hug.
For monetary reasons, a hug.
Sure. And he pours 2 more potions on to, or 3 more to get the cloak too. and they return to their normal form, and he just looks at the chicken potion, the vial he has left, and he goes, "Someday, I swear I'll turn a knight to a chicken." And he puts the vial back into his coat.
Some night. I'm gonna pick up the cloak and give it to Cendric.
As much as I would like to make
But
this
hey, you don't know that he's got an invisibility potion because you were a chicken. You don't retain what you.
Oh yeah, so
So your cloak just comes back over.
And then as I grasp it, I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on here?
It flies now.
Is that what the shopkeeper says?
Yeah.
Right. I just glare at him and I look over. Rafiki.
It's in the box.
Raniki.
Ranaki.
What's going on here, Ranaki?
We'll talk outside.
I want to get the hell out of here. I'll deal with him later. Silently.
That's gonna be the tagline of the film.
Clocks are not very silent. That's what he says to you as you leave. Don't say anything.
Let it be.
I mutter underneath my breath. I don't actually say anything. I just mutter as we leave.
And you see, the last thing you see is like the smoke trailing his mustache as he travels back into the curtain where he brews all of his
I'm
potions.
gonna deal with that later, but that's okay. Murder shopkeeper.
Good luck.
He's asleep.
He could be the most powerful man alive.
He could be, but I could also get into his dreams and make him think.
That'll be fun to play.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, I could get into his dreams and make him think that he's on fire all the time, even though he's not.
Oh.
He is quiet.
Could you imagine thinking that you're constantly on fire, like burning?
I think he would realize though that he's not on fire when he wakes up.
Yeah, but just the fact that you'd wake up thinking that
That's true.
every night for the rest of your life.
Probably
I don't know if
his
that's, that
pants.
works.
He would
Oh,
probably
but
be
I'm
his
gonna-
pants.
Yeah, to stop the fire.
It's a wild grad.
Let's just get out of here. His prices are unreasonable. If we couldn't afford an invisibility potion, I can only imagine what a health potion is going to be like. Unless we send our invisible friend back in there.
But they don't see me and they don't know I'm invisible, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh well, we're outside, and like you could just tell us what just happened.
Yeah, Eldon. He's here.
Oh, do you know? Oh.
Don't know where. He's here.
So I'm like, Eldon, where are you?
You think visibility is your ally?
I had to.
I just ask Eldon, be like, hey man, where you at? Do you tell me? Do you touch me?
That's what I do.
Okay, I'll take my dagger out and go to poke him. Because if you take an attack, you turn out invisible. So I go to poke the area around.
That doesn't make me turn out invisible. It just makes you attack
When he
me.
attacks, he goes out.
Oh, I thought you said when he takes an attack. So like I figured if a spell or something hit him.
Yeah, you wish.
Okay, never mind then. Obviously I was mistaken on that. I'm like, okay.
You were a chicken, so.
Yeah, we'll just deal with that later. Whatever. Are we ready to go?
I said to wild grad.
Let's get out of this.
Did you get your pipe?
No.
You're
Yeah,
not worried
I-
about
I-
it? Cool beans.
I pick up the dwarf and wear him like a backpack again.
Thank you.
And as you all set out. from
So
the
this
town-
dwarf's just floating through.
Yes.
It's like legs.
As you all set out to the town of Forktown with the dwarf,
The
Flying.
dwarf.
just and the eyes of various
Making my way downtown.
denizens watching, the sun sets on Trusia and on this episode of Tales of Trusia.